Hi everyone, good evening. It is the big debate. It is your podcast, Football Philosophy Podcast, and normally we do the audio version of it. So if you're listening to the audio of it now, by the time we've released it, yes, tomorrow, you should know that now we are on YouTube. We're live on Facebook at the moment. We just wanted to let you see our handsome faces, basically, and I'm just excited about what's to come forward now. We've got so much to talk about, so much football to unpack. But first, let's start talking about your weekends, guys. How has it been? I know it's been Easter weekend for some of you.
Oh well, Abdi says that he wants us to see our handsome faces, but he just wants deep down he just wants to show you my trim and my flipping mustache and my overgrown flipping hair looking like Beast from X-Men. But yeah,
Proper lockdown look, yeah, lockdown look.
oh, I'm finished. Finished, waiting for the barbers. 12th, I'm getting a haircut straight away. But anyway, I had a good weekend, had a lovely Easter today. I'm even one or two drinks in, but I can function. You know, we can still talk football. But yeah, it's been a quite good weekend and good weather as well today to top it off.
Yeah, for you maybe. For me in Manchester, it's been windy and rainy, bro. Almost rainy. So I haven't really enjoyed the weather today. Yeah, it's just the way it is up here in North. What about you, Moose? What you been up to?
Yeah, I've watched a bit of football this weekend. Spent some time with family. Enjoyed the sun as well. Just ready for the big pod.
Absolutely. I know
Oh,
your boys in
actually, yeah.
Napoli. Huh?
Sorry.
The only downer of the weekend was Arsenal. But anyway, we'll digress. But carry on.
Well, you can see how much I'm smiling because, we come to the show at the back of a United win and Arsenal didn't manage to win yesterday. So, and I've got two Arsenal boys here with me, so you can imagine how happy I am at the moment. All right. Yeah. You know what? Yeah. Let me just start with this before we get into this. Yeah. Lombe, I know you want to talk about this, yeah. So I'm gonna give you the opportunity. Like I know what your views are, but I wanted our listeners, our viewers who are joining us now, to get to know your Arsenal views a bit more. Just tell me, like going into the season, what your expectations were, and remember that was at the back of winning the FA Cup, and now how the season is going. How do you compare them?
Well, if you know me, I've personally been banging on about the midfield for about I don't know since Wenger left. Basically, I've been banging on about getting a midfield. We Arsenal need to have a midfield at the Emirates that can dominate 80% of games. We need that, and basically, this season I was encouraged us getting Thomas Partey on the last day, but I was hoping that we could slip Hosamoa through. But we didn't. We got Thomas Partey, we got Gabriel, and Arteta's been clearing out. There's been so much going on in the background of Arsenal with regards to reshaping the club, getting rid of all these players, Mustafi, Koscielny, what Ozil situation, had to leave Ozil and Socrates out. It was just a lot going on. But as soon as from that Aston Villa game at home when we lost 3-1 or 3-0 or 3-1 when Grealish barged a
It
Bellerin out
was
the way and
3-0,
then
yeah.
put it was 3-0. That one was the game where I was like, nah, this season is done. At that point, I literally was like, nah, this season ain't doing nothing for us if this is how we're playing. I could just tell that everything around the pitch was affecting Arsenal. But we've turned it around somewhat since December ironically, because we've literally gotten rid of some of the deadwood. At least now, the way we're playing, in my opinion, is different. We're keeping the ball a bit better. We're a lot more entertaining. I prefer watching Arsenal now than I did pre-Christmas, but we've still got a long way to go. Like we need that midfield back. We need a defense back. We need to replace David Luiz. We need to sort out the Saliba situation. There's too much to go into, man. Honestly, yeah, there's too much to go into. But for me, this season, it has to end like last season, a glitch a trophy through, and that trophy, you know exactly what it is. We have to somehow sneak that Europa League through, and then that would that would be unbelievable after this terrible. I don't even know which season was worse, this season or last season. But what can I say?
So going into the season so you basically didn't expect much to change going into the new season. So now, now you see where the club is. You're basically living on to win the Europa League. Just like last season, it was all about winning the FA Cup, and you managed somehow to do that. Moose, I know you're also an Arsenal fan. I know your views on Arteta. Would that change if he was to win the Europa League now?
Oh, definitely. Definitely. This is the lifeline for Arteta right now. If he can take the Europa League home, that's momentum for the next season. Like how he took the FA Cup last year, it's a momentum booster. So, of course, I'll keep Arteta if he wins that. But if he doesn't, and doesn't reach the final even, I think that his time's up. You can't be finishing 9th, 10th with this squad. There's been changes in the team. I agree with what Lombe is saying as well. It's not like I'm so Arteta out that I can't listen to other views. I agree with him. But I think he didn't start the season well because he kept the players that usually cost Arsenal. David Luiz is the main one for me. You're going into a fresh season off the back of a trophy. Let's sort the team out. You've got such a good potential in Saliba there. And you have this clash with him, from what I've heard. And you end up starting the season with with David Luiz. So I said to Lombe at the start of the season, I said, if we keep Luiz and he starts the first game, his first team, we will not finish top 4. And it's proved.
Really, yeah. You know what? Saliba is having a fantastic season. And apparently the guy who was playing with him in, was it Saint Etienne when you guys signed him? For finance.
Yeah.
He's having a brilliant season now at Leicester City. So I know there's been circumstances that caused to obviously William Saliba losing his focus, losing his parents. It's never easy. But obviously now he's had a full season in France. Next season I expect him to come back, absolutely. And Arteta really needs to have a look at him again, because you might not even need to invest any more money. It can solve for you that right side centre-back position easily. Now, we've got so much to get through. Here is obviously some of the main headlines that we're going to get through. Chelsea have basically lost a shocking defeat, I have to say, something that we didn't expect at all. Losing to West Brom at home 5-2, I was watching that game and I just could not believe the quality of the goals from West Brom, a team that's in a relegation place. Lombe, is this sort of like the end of the honeymoon for Thomas Tuchel?
Personally, I don't think so. Well, it's the end of the honeymoon. That's a tough question, but I just think that was a freak result yesterday versus West Brom. Like, you knew immediately, okay, Thiago Silva's making his return, gets 2 yellows and gets sent off on his return. Just at the red card, I was like, okay, well, this literally has not happened this season. And it's a one-off. And then they go and win 4-2, and West Brom are playing menacing, attacking football under Sam Allardyce against Chelsea. I was like, wow, nah. It was a good game from West Brom, but it's too much of an individual, isolated game where too many things happen. Where I'm like, I don't expect that to happen again next season. There's been no signs of that happening, so I want to see how they react now. Next 5 games. With regards to the honeymoon question, next 5 games, I'll answer that one for Chelsea.
Absolutely. I mean, that makes sense. But what I'm worried about for Chelsea is, if you remember when Sarri, and Moose, you'll be familiar with this because, Sarri is your former coach, in Napoli. He's someone that you followed his game a lot, Sarri Ball. When he first took over Chelsea, he was on a period of unbeaten game. Chelsea looked very good. And then after one game, things collapsed. And now there are rumors that Rudiger and Kepa have had a clash in training, and Rudiger was actually sent home. Where are we making too much of this, or can you see a similar pattern happening again after what we've seen with Sarri? Now, is that going to happen the same with Tuchel?
I think that because it's so late in the season, everyone's really motivated for that fourth spot in that Chelsea camp. So I think that can push them over the line. If there's problems developing, maybe we'll see it next season. But I think Liverpool are starting to come back to a bit of themselves, and they could easily, if Chelsea do want to slip, there's Liverpool ready to pounce. I know there's West Ham and Everton and Tottenham, but I think the closest rival for Chelsea right now could be Liverpool.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, West Ham, did they have they played this weekend? Oh, they played. They're due to play tomorrow on Monday. For them, yeah, it's going to be very difficult because they don't have that big squad to compete with the likes of Chelsea and Liverpool. And for Liverpool, as long as they have Diogo Jota, unstoppable, the guy makes a huge difference. But I want to come back to this Chelsea point. What can we expect from them now going up against FC Porto, a side that have knocked out Juventus and Cristiano Ronaldo?
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a tough game. They've got 11 warriors out there, Porto. That's their game plan. We've got to show our togetherness, I guess, against Chelsea. So it'll be tough, but I do expect Chelsea to still go through. They've got a little buzz at Stamford Bridge, Chelsea, in the Champions League. So I expect them to go through still.
Do you expect Lombe Werner to start again, or would you like to see your boy Giroud start again for Chelsea?
Oh, I've honestly, I love Timo Werner, but honestly, I've got to admit now, just looking at his career up to this point today, the guy is never the same when he's not playing for Leipzig. For one reason or another, it's just not. He hasn't found himself anywhere else but that Leipzig team. But it's like Giroud has to play this game. He has to start this one against Porto. He has to take that battle against Pepe and their warriors. Like he will embrace that sort of battle. But then the thing about Chelsea, I have to say, if they unlock Werner, if they get him scoring the sort of goals, the number of goals that he's supposed to be scoring, if they get anything like that out of him, Chelsea, they've unlocked. Chelsea and Germany are unlocked, basically.
So with Werner, how they've tried so many things with him. Playing on the right, playing on the left, in the middle. He's got no confidence. Surely it's just time to take him out of the side and let someone like Giroud, who has the confidence of the world, like the guy, he scored 4 goals in the Champions League in one game. He scored that amazing goal against Atletico Madrid. He's a big game player. You can rely on him. And, the likes of Havertz and Mount and Ziyech can, benefit from the balls that he lays off to them. So I would love to see Giroud start the next game, but I just can't see how Werner, how they can get best of Werner out of Werner in this game. So, yeah, we'll see. We've also seen, Tottenham drawing again late. Another lead being slipped. Your boy, Joe Willock.
Oh, loved it.
Yeah, I mean it's gonna be interesting, the top 4 race at the moment. So I'm gonna put you guys on the spot here, and I need to hear your top 4 finish by the end of the season. I know it's hard, and I know it changes every week. Who are your favorites apart from City? Who are the other 3?
Man United second.
Really?
Yeah. It's tough. I think Leicester third, and I think it's going to be how it is now. Only team I can see slipping into it is Liverpool, but we'll have to see. They've got Europe to balance with as well, so they've got a tough tie there. But yeah, I'm going with the 4 that's in now in the same order.
Yeah. What about you, Lombe?
It's a tricky. I kind of agree with Moose, but I'm just looking at Tottenham as well and being like, ironically, after today, they are. I don't know. Of all the teams in that top 4 spot, the one I don't know what to think of is Tottenham. I don't know. I don't know one way or the other, but yeah, it should stay the way it is. But yeah, maybe Chelsea might come out for Liverpool because honestly, Jota coming back for Liverpool is hit the ground again, flying from his injury. So they could be a different animal with him. And this next game against Real Madrid could be the perfect game for them to confirm to themselves now that okay, let's push, let's go and push for the rest of the season, and recognize that Jota is a man that can make an impact for us.
Yeah.
Because
absolutely.
that Arsenal game, we literally resuscitated them for no reason. But yeah, Liverpool they can be really dangerous, and so can Tottenham. But yeah, I'm gonna say yeah, it should be the same as it is right now.
That's it. I mean, that is the top 4 race in England, and it's heating up. I'm not gonna lie. Leicester City have got again, more injuries. They've lost their game against Man City on the weekend, so that looks dangerous to me. We'll see how the week ends. If West Ham will win their next game on Monday. If we just move on now to this man over here, what is going on with Pirlo, Moose? Like, because they've lost again, and the reports coming out of Juve is that this is a transition year. Is this something that you can see a team like Juve can afford?
That really is putting me on the spot, speaking about Pirlo. But I think if Juventus get top 4, then Pirlo and Ronaldo are going to stay for one more year. Because they're convinced in a way that it is the year that we have to change. We have to change the way we play and all this. Develop a few young players that Pirlo has brought in. So give him the other year. Is Pirlo like, who knows, he could turn it round, but they've struggled this year, Juventus. They really have.
Yeah, I mean, what is causing that struggle? Because this team, every time that I watch them, yeah, it doesn't matter if he is playing against a team like Crotone or Spezia or Inter Milan, they have one problem, and that's moving the ball very slowly, sideway passes. No one is creating spaces. Is it just as simple as to say, all right, if that's the case, they have to get rid of every single midfielder that they have, or just replace them? Probably keep maybe Bentancur and McKennie. Or is there a simpler solution and maybe change the man that you can see in front of you, Andrea Pirlo?
Both good points. I think you're spot on. You hit the nail on the head there, really, with the midfield of Juventus. It's not a strong midfield. When they were winning titles and going to Champions League finals, you have to remember that they had Pirlo himself with Vidal, Pogba, Marquisio. That was very balanced and it allowed them to play. The defence is usually stable at Juventus, but obviously Szczesny is not Buffon. They don't have Barzagli anymore. De Ligt's not really being as amazing as he could. So Dybala's not playing. They've got problems in that team. But Pirlo's come in and bought a lot of young players like Chiesa, McKennie, Rabiot's in there as well. But it's all a bit of a gamble, and it could cost Pirlo his job at the end of the day. If he doesn't get top 4, I really doubt that Pirlo and Ronaldo will stay.
Yeah, no, if they don't get top 4, yeah, I mean, Ronaldo, there's no way that we're going to see Ronaldo play in the Europa League next season. It's just not gonna happen. I think he's gonna take a huge pay cut somewhere else. But if you look at this team, and like you hear someone like Chiellini, yeah, and him saying like, we have been built on the condition that if you lose the ball and you can't win it within 10 seconds, you drop back and you all defend as a team. Now they've gone away from that with Sarri, who, to be honest with you, is similar to what Andrea Pirlo is trying to do with this Juve team. They're trying to go a young team with De Ligt and, as you were saying, the Turkish defender.
Demiral.
Demiral, yes. What's making them do this? And like, shouldn't there be a simpler solution, a simpler way to do that transition? Like, you can learn from the mistakes that teams like AC Milan have done. Manchester United, when Alex Ferguson left, there are so many mistakes that you can learn from as a big team. And now you look at their identity being stolen by a team like Inter Milan, who yesterday were 1-0 ahead and just scored one goal and defended the whole time. How does a team lose its identity that quickly? And why aren't they able to learn the lessons from other teams like Man United or AC Milan?
I think they're starving for that Champions League trophy, and they got very close with the football style you just mentioned, the way Inter won 1-0, and they realised that doesn't always work in Europe. You've got to outscore your opponent a lot of the time in Europe. The two finals that they got to, they got smashed in both, 3-1 and 4-1. So they wanted to change their football style to become more of a modern team, quicker football. That modern day style. Before, they were kind of playing like a 90s team. They were really good at it as well. You don't win 9 titles in a row by chance, but they're changing their style. That's the best answer I can give you there, Abdi. I mean, if you see, as you said, he's trying to play the Sarri way. He's trying to be a bit more like, all right, be a bit more free, Cuadrado. Go to right wing back, bomb forward as much as you want. Like the issue is with Juventus is that they've got a lot of old players and a lot of young players now. So it's always hard to find a balance when you do that with your team.
Yeah, what do you think of all of this, Lombe? Because you look at someone like Ronaldo, he doesn't have a lot of time to waste here. He's not here for a transitional project. The guy is here to win right now. What do you make of it all?
Yeah, I just think that Juve need to sort out the defense. Yeah, they need to get that back. They need to get that aura back where it's like the defense has to be strong. Like, I've gone other days. Like, if I ask you right now, what's Juve's best centre back pairing? I'm not sure what it is, and it's probably Chiellini's probably in it still, which just sums up.
He is.
Yeah, literally.
No doubt.
Which just sums up like it's a different. Those guys are a different breed that just passed. Chiellini, Barzagli, Bonucci. And the back three under Conte as well, with Buffon behind them. That was just a different. Nobody had that in Europe. But what Moose is saying is right. They want to change into a more modern team, and try and work the ball, try and dominate the ball. But they missed the manager. They missed the manager in the midfield. They missed Pirlo. Like, how do you replace Pirlo? Like, it's difficult. But then it's like. What complicates it, what compounds it all together is just what you're saying about Ronaldo now. Because you can make a decision about what you want to do with the team. Do you want to rebuild? Do you want to change it into a more modern team? But you've got literal Cristiano Ronaldo, and he wants to win now. So how do you balance that out with what you're trying to do with regards to rebuilding, restructuring? You've got some of the old players there. You've got some of the young players there. With Ronaldo there, he just overrides the situation to win now. So how do you do that and include the youngsters, for instance?
I have to butt in and mention one name that would have changed Juve's season for me if he's been fit all year. Dybala, alongside Ronaldo and Morata as a free. That is a very, very good free that could even win you the title on its own. But Dybala's not been fit. He's not played. Now he's at McKennie's house party and he's missed a game that they drew. So yeah, I have to mention Dybala. He would have been key to this Juve this year, and they've missed him.
No, definitely they've missed Dybala. And what I want to know, like for you guys, like if you're right now Agnelli or Nedved or Paratici, someone in position to make a change, do you go for it right now knowing that Napoli are behind you or very close to you, Atalanta are ahead of you, AC Milan in and about, but they're still ahead of you. Do you go for it right now and make a change and bring back Allegri, who you know is going to give you results, or do you just stick with Pirlo here?
I don't know. That I think that what will happen is they're gonna stick with Pirlo. Like from what I've read, they're sticking with him. They're gonna even give him next season, as long as he gets top 4. But yeah, so it's a risky game. Like it's a good question, because if they get Allegri, I reckon they're getting top 4 for sure. He knows that team. He knows how to play with them. They'll get top 4. With Pirlo, you don't know. It's a gamble. It's up to Ronaldo to score every game.
Yeah, Lombe, what would you do if you were Nedved here or Agnelli?
Yeesh, it's a hard one, because like what Moose says, I agree. It's a gamble with Pirlo. You can't really cast anything in the future and like plan anything, because you don't know what Pirlo's ceiling is. You don't know if he's heading in the right direction or is not. But then yeah, if Nedved and the Juventus board feel that Inter Milan and AC Milan are pulling away, then they might have to pull the plug. But then you do that. If you're gonna do that, you have to basically decide that, okay, Pirlo's hasn't given us enough and he's not gonna give us enough. You gotta be confident of that. So it's a tough one, but Conte's building an army over there, man, and AC Milan as
you know
well.
What? You know what makes it difficult is the fact that it's Andrea Pirlo. This is someone who we've enjoyed watching him play football, who was an artist on the pitch and just so elegant, so beautiful to watch. And now you see him. Just look at that face. He looks stressed here, man. This is not what you want to see from Pirlo, man. Like, this guy should be just, relaxing with his cigar somewhere, just, kicking it back.
Wine, innit? Wine. Like I've got to say, just a little side point. Watching Pirlo in Juventus in Italy, he was one midfielder I could turn the game on just to watch the Pirlo show. This guy was absolutely ridiculous as a footballer. I'm not gonna lie. Pirlo was. I miss that guy as a footballer. Like,
how good was that midfield?
Brains.
Seedorf, Pirlo, Gattuso, Kaká. Moose, maybe you can talk about this more.
That was the ultimate. And even before Kaká was Rui Costa in the hole. And I seen one clip of Rui Costa, and it's like he was showing Pirlo how to hit a free kick in a match. So it's Pirlo and Rui Costa just behind the free kick. And you're thinking, because we're modern day, we're born in the 90s, we're thinking, Pirlo is definitely hitting this. Then I just see Rui Costa smash it off the crossbar and in. And Pirlo was just watching, like, smiling. No, that team, that midfield was the most balanced I've ever seen. For balance, you've got your warrior, Gattuso. You've got your everything man, Seedorf. And you've got the architect, Pirlo. And then you've got a free role for the two great boys, Rui Costa and Kaká. Perfect team. Absolutely.
Rui Costa, the original Portuguese Magnifico. We're surprised to see Bruno Fernandes and, Bernardo Silva doing so well at the moment. But that guy, he was one hell of a midfielder. He could create, he could dribble, he could cross, he could shoot. Just the ultimate attacking midfielder. Now, we'll see how things go in Italy. The next few weeks is going to be crucial for Andrea Pirlo. Personally, I want to see, obviously, AC Milan come back into the Champions League next season. So that means Inter Milan and AC Milan. And another team that I absolutely love to watch is Atalanta. I think for them, it's a beautiful team to watch. They work so hard. The manager, Gasperini, is someone who believes in his ideology and in his philosophies. and I absolutely adore that. And I want to see them doing well especially with their wages. It's a small team, so that's my third team to finish in the Champions League positions, and then it's gonna come down to Juve, Roma, and Napoli. Not even Lazio. Those three, out of those three, Napoli have won this week. Only Napoli. Roma have drawn, Juve have drawn, and obviously AC Milan have also drawn. Napoli winning 4-3 is, how much is that gonna do for their confidence? Going into the rest of the games now.
That game gave me heart palpitations. We were meant to cruise that. We were 3-1 up, and then we just got. I don't know. I don't want to talk about that. But the main thing is that we got 3 points. But for the top 4 battle, I think that I agree with you about Atalanta. By the way, they play some spectacular football. Their manager is he reminds me of Bielsa. He throws all the manuals in the bin, and he's got his own way. The football they score 3 goals a game, they're crazy. So I think they're getting it. I think Milan have got to join Juve and Napoli in the struggle. I don't think Roma will get it. I'll take Roma and Lazio out. I think they're good, but I don't see them getting it. I think it's between them teams we just mentioned. But I say Inter's clear. They've won the league. Atalanta could easily finish second, and the next 3 is a real balance.
Absolutely. Lombe, do you want to add more into this, or should we move on from Italy?
Oh, Napoli. You know what? I'll say this for Napoli's sake. They've had so much injuries and ridiculous periods where they don't have any players available. And the Napoli have probably got the most, how can I say, they're almost like a Premier League team. Napoli, the way the way the attack is composed. Once everyone is fit, there's problems. Osimhen, Mertens, Insigne, Politano, Lozano, that's a very fiery team. I love Napoli. I'm not gonna lie. Watching them attack is lovely, but they're like Arsenal. They just shoot themselves in the foot or something ridiculous, out of the ordinary that only you can't explain. You just have to be there to see it. That's Napoli. So it's I don't know, but Juve aren't looking like themselves. Roma as well, they always shoot themselves in the foot. Something's not right at Roma. It's always not been right for a number of years. So I'm gonna say, you know what? I'm gonna say Napoli take it over Juve, I'm gonna say it.
Yo,
we're playing them next on the 7th, I think. What's the date?
Yes.
Yeah, the 7th.
Yes.
So that's going to be spicy.
Yes. And you know what? On the evidence of what we've seen this weekend, I'm sorry to say this, Moose, and I'm probably jinxing Napoli here, but I can see Napoli winning that game. I think Gattuso has got his mojo, and having Mertens and Insigne, Osimhen, my boy Osimhen doing so well for them. Oh man, I love this Napoli team. So, and Lozano as well. So I can only see one winner, but
it's up to the defense. The defense, if they want to play normal and not give goals, then yeah, we can. But I don't know with Mario Rui in there, especially if he's coming up against Ronaldo. I don't know what mess he's going to cause. So it's going to be interesting.
And referees as well, mate. Hopefully they play a fair game against
never.
Must be said.
It's they'll probably start with a penalty.
Yeah, and Juve.
They'll probably start with a penalty.
Let's not open that wormhole.
Penalties, yeah. Speaking of penalties, what is it with AC Milan this season? If the amount of penalties that they got, if Juve would have got that, my goodness, there would be protests. There would be national protests out there. Have you seen how many penalties they got this season?
Yeah, 16, I think, or 17. Crazy.
All right. I don't know what's going on in there, but let's move on. Lombe, you follow the French league more than we do, probably. You speak the language. But even the most non-committed football fan would probably not have expected what is happening this season in Liga. PSG, after playing 31 games, PSG are now 3 points behind Lille, 2 points ahead of Lyon, who are fourth placed. So not only could they not win the league, but they could actually potentially end up being third or fourth in the Farmers League, the league where they're supposed to be walking, the league where Mauricio Pochettino is supposed to be winning his first league title. Can you explain to us what is going on here?
I've gotta say, yeah, I watched a lot of that PSG versus Lille game. Oh my! I don't know how PSG lost that game, but they had like 800 chances, didn't finish. Neymar had his. I don't know how he didn't get sent off for the first yellow card after putting his hands on the guy's neck. Got sent off. PSG. They're very. I'm not gonna lie. Mbappe. He's looking very electric, and I like what Pochettino's doing there at PSG. But he needs to. I don't know. Lille, they're always dangerous, and they basically PSG by just not scoring played right into Lille's hands. Lille have always been a dangerous counter-attacking team, very dangerous. Lyon as well are a team that can cause anyone problems when they're on their day, but sometimes they switch off as well. But it's like, yeah, it's like I don't know. I think PSG might just come back and scrape it, but it's a big blow for them just going into the Champions League. It's a huge blow for them losing Verratti.
Big blow,
that unbelievable.
That leads me to the next part now. Neymar, obviously, he's still going to be available for the Champions League, but this is the third red card that he's had in the last few months, and he seems to be losing his cool a lot. What does this mean now going to Bayern? And I think they're playing at home the first leg, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. So. They're up against a Bayern side who don't have Lewandowski with them. Can you see them bouncing back?
I can. PSG, I really had a good feeling with them if they had Verratti. I really was like, he has to play this game. He has to play like 90 minutes. Let him play. Let him dictate that midfield. Let him go in and amongst that flipping machine of a midfielder, Bayern, and dictate the game. Grab the ball for PSG, roll around players, do the glitch football that he plays. Verratti, he's another entertaining player to watch because you can't get the ball off him. He lulls people into thinking, yeah, go and get it. But he's got the ball in the string. It's one of these players, and it's really good. But without him, I'm not gonna lie, he's one of the only few players in world football that's like that. They needed him for that game. But then Lewandowski being out, who? But then if they can just stick Muller up front, like they've got so many options by it. It's crazy. So
you know what? Yeah. It's a funny thing that you said now. They could just stick Muller there. But their game against Leipzig, Hansi Flick just went with the obvious change. He started with Choupo-Moting up front, and this is the guy who was playing for PSG last season, who effectively got them to the Champions League semi-final last season. Imagine the scenes of him scoring now against PSG.
That would be classic. That would be almost like what Coutinho did to Barca as well last season. Like they're buying and just taking the absolute pee of everyone. But if they start if Bayern start Choupo-Moting against PSG, and he scores and he basically plays a vital role in taking PSG over, oh my goodness, that would absolutely be a slap in the face to PSG. But
you know what? Yeah, I don't know who Choupo-Moting's agent is. I probably should find out. But how he ends up being, moving into these big clubs after being relegated with Stoke City is unbelievable to me. But yeah,
the guy was trash for Stoke as well. Trash.
Yes, I know, man. Moose, what in terms of the Champions League hopes now? Mauricio Pochettino, he really needs to win this one, right? Because the league, if he blows up the league, then the Champions League is the only hope that he has.
He'll be sacked if he doesn't win one of them titles. How can you go to PSG, the money team, the big spenders, and lose both? It's a massive game for Pochettino. I think he'll be sacked. They don't mess about. They're like Chelsea. If you're not winning, you're out. That's it. So, yeah, I mean, I agree with Lombe. Verratti's a massive loss. I said if I can see Verratti, Neymar and Mbappe, the whole Champions League campaign, I think they'll win it. But it always seems that one of them lot is injured. So, but there again, Lewandowski's not there. But I think Bayern are going to win. I think Bayern will beat PSG.
I have to say that game against Lille, watching them, PSG, they play really good football, you know. But they sometimes, for one reason or another, they're just not clinical against other big teams. Like if PSG were clinical, yeah, they could put teams away. Like I don't know, I feel like against Bayern, that even if they have a good game, they can miss chances. They can miss a bunch of chances.
What do you put that down to? Is it just as simple as like they weren't clinical enough, or there's a lack of teamwork going on? Mbappe just seems to be working only for himself. Neymar missed a couple of chances. How can they work more as a team? Because we've seen it when they're not all playing, and only with Mbappe, they went away to FC Barcelona and beaten them 4-0 or 4-1 away. Without Di Maria, without Neymar, just playing Mbappe and Icardi. Can we just say a scenario? Is there a case where they just can't play together?
No. I think basically Verratti almost shows what PSG are kind of missing without him. PSG need a playmaker, a world-class playmaker to come and slot into that dynamic who can give that final pass that just breaks everything open for everyone. Because without Verratti, they don't have that. They play good football, they move the ball quickly, but I mean, no one's got that pass where it's like, do you know what I mean? Like they really need that, because if they get the right passes coming through to their forwards, they'll put them away. But then sometimes they move the ball around the right areas, but they just haven't got that killer ice cold pass from someone. And Verratti, if you watch that Barcelona game, Verratti absolutely ran that game.
Oh, yeah.
They played him in a three in midfield, but he was kind of like an attacking mid thing. And he doesn't score goals, Verratti, but the way he dictates the play, he will pick the right pass. He did a lovely outside foot pass against Barcelona at the Camp Nou for an assist. Like nobody's doing that for PSG. But yeah, they need a playmaker.
Yes, Moose.
He's the key to the lock for PSG. He really is. Without him, they've just got sort of stability in midfield. They haven't got the world-class player. They've got Paredes and Gay. They're steady, but you can't expect to win Champions Leagues with that as your pair. For me,
no, definitely no. I mean, Verratti, as long as he's fit. And I can't wait to see him at the Euros for Italy. You know, imagine that midfield partnership of, Verratti, Jorginho, Locatelli, and Barella as well in there. So, man, I love Verratti. But for me,
and
fitness and Sensi, absolutely, yeah. The problem with Verratti for years has been the fitness. He's always getting injured, especially when you need him in the last stage of the Champions League.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that is going to be a huge problem. Now, we're just going to move on a little bit. We're going to go to the next part of the podcast, which is where we're going to look at the how to create the perfect football player. I've given this a bit of thoughts, and we've basically come up with a list of what you need to be the perfect football player. So now that goes by. It goes as this: pace, right foot, left foot, shooting, passing, vision, ball control, dribbling, defending, physical, pens, free kicks, and heading. Now, obviously, no player has all of these qualities, as one. But we're just gonna try and like see, for example, which player we identify to be the most pace, that has the most pace, with the ball, not without the ball. This is not Usain Bolt here. We don't want Usain Bolt here. We want with the ball. What can you do with it while you're running at a fast pace? So that's my first question. I need to hear your nominee, Moose, first, and then we're gonna go to Lombe. Yeah. So pace.
I thought of a few for this, but my final decision, I think someone really is flying at the moment, and it's Mbappe.
Yeah, that's very, very good answer. Lombe?
Ooh, I've got a couple for this one. I was thinking between Thierry Henry and Gareth Bale. These are two things I'm thinking of in terms of pure pace with the ball, carrying it. Oh, so probably the two fastest. Gareth Bale doesn't look like it, but he can clear the whole pitch, like the whole entire pitch with a couple of gallops. So
if I'm being honest, that was gonna be my nominee for that one as well. I Gareth Bale. When he was breaking through Inter Milan in that 2010-2011 season, and then 11-12 with the ball, the way he was dribbling with it, at the speed that he was moving, unbelievable. Mbappe,
we need to ask
I get where you're coming
about
from, Moose, but I have to go with Gareth Bale here.
I think what you said there was key. Maybe moving with the ball and being able to get past. I remember that goal against Barcelona where he done the touch, went all the way into the sideline and come back in. Yeah, for that we could give it to him. I think in a straight line, Mbappe might beat him though. That's where I come in with Mbappe. It's close.
I'm not gonna lie. If it wasn't off the ball sprint, I'm putting either Kyle Walker or Theo Walcott in there as well as nominees.
Theo Walcott, wow, yeah, Theo Walcott.
Adama Traore.
Yes.
No, he wins. He wins. Sorry, Gareth Bale. Sorry, Thierry Henry. With the
you
ball,
think? Should we change it?
Really?
I'm putting Adama 100%.
Traore with the ball.
I can't picture anybody beating Traore.
No. With the ball, like dribbling past players.
That's all he can do. The guy has got no skills, Adama Traore. If he didn't have his speed, if he didn't have his speed, like just picture Adama Traore. Close your eyes and what's Adama Traore doing with the ball? Knocking it past people and just he's gone. Like he's so gone that he's gone.
Really?
He's gone, man.
Adama Traore, yeah.
Adama, no, it has to be. It has to be for me.
Think about a peak Gareth Bale.
I don't mind. I'll stay out of this. You two decide this one.
With the rest of the traits that we're gonna compile, if I could have Adama Traore's pace, yeah, okay. I'll take it.
No, you know what? I have to. I mean, the only reason I was saying Bale is because of that what he did to Inter Milan. To
Maicon, innit? Finished him. Finished Maicon. Oh my god.
Yeah. So, but you know what? I'll say Adama. Because crazy. It takes 5 people to stop Adama Traore. And have you seen how he's putting oil on his arms now, just so that he's more slippery?
Yeah, there you go. That just shows. That sums it up.
And you know what? Yeah. What makes it even better is the fact that he's so henge. And he's so strong, he's so big. You don't expect that from someone that big to be that fast, but
no, I think you do. Like he's got like a power sprinter's physique. It's like a rugby player almost.
Yeah.
Like he's just compact. He's built for it. I think his body's literally built for that.
Wow. And he doesn't lift weights apparently. So yeah.
Nonsense. I don't buy it. The guy is doing something. You see his arms and his legs and his thighs, everything. No gym. That's what you're just eating, and it's all just and that speed as well. No treadmill. Nah.
No treadmill.
You're dreaming.
Okay. All right, Moose. I need to hear your nominee for the next one. The best right foot that you can say represents the perfect player, right foot?
Again, it was a really tough call, but I've gone for the divine ponytail of Roberto Baggio, the magic, everything, free kicks, shooting, passing. He's my perfect right foot.
I'd go. I'd go. Is finishing is another part of the category, right? That you mentioned.
No, we haven't got finishing. No, we haven't got finishing in there.
No,
It
we
probably comes
do,
into
we
the
do.
shooting part.
We've got
Is there
finishing
any?
in there, surely.
Yeah, shooting or finishing or anything in that sort of category. Because I have a right footer, and honestly,
I think-
Yeah, I've got shooting. Yeah, I've got shooting in there rather than finishing.
Let's add finishing to the list.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna. But what is the point of shooting? Isn't that just gonna come under finishing?
No, because it could be from distance as well.
Okay, all right. You know what? You're right. I'm gonna add that there. Finishing. Yes.
Okay,
There is a few
that's the
players
last
like
one
Romario
we'll
I
add,
can
yeah.
think of there. Yeah.
Okay,
No, you're
right foot.
absolutely right, Moose. I agree with you. Finishing. Yes.
Okay, then
Okay.
right foot. Right foot. I'm gonna go personally because I just wanted to have fun with this. Beckham. I'm going right foot.
Oh man,
Very nice.
David Beckham.
Very nice. Yeah, Beckham is. I would love to have his right foot. I could just, with the pace of Adama Traore and the right foot of Beckham, we're off to a good start, mate. I'm joking.
All right, Moose. So I mean, we have to vote for someone here. You know, you have to have the pace of Adama Traore, the right foot of. Not even Ronaldo, guys. You know, the Ronaldo Brazilian. I was expecting Cristiano Ronaldo. You know, I'm hearing David Beckham and Baggio here. Two names that I didn't expect to hear. So, what are we gonna go with here?
So I've gone for the one, didn't it? I've gone for the one for both feet, in it. That's what I've gone for.
I personally don't know who to choose here because I love Baggio. You know, the 90s for me, when I think about the 90s, he's the player that represents, you know, him and George Weah. Yeah, David Beckham, you know, I'm a United fan. The treble winning season, you know, that corner, the main guy that helped us, you know, with both goals. So it's a hard one for me to choose this
Very
one.
difficult. Very difficult.
Between Baggio and Beckham. Oh my goodness. That is.
I have to go with Baggio just because of the technical abilities that he had, the ball control, the dribbling, the finishing. So you need, I mean, we'll come to the shooting in a bit. Maybe David Beckham can have a say in that one. But for this one, let's go with Baggio now. All right. We're gonna go to the obvious one next. The opposite of right is left. So who's the opposite of the perfect right foot?
For me, I've gone with Leo Messi. Do I need to say more? I don't know.
Yeah, you've gone for the one that I went for as well. It's between Maradona and Messi, so good luck picking that one out. Just for a left foot of those two. Oh, yeah, give it.
I've got Maradona later on in the show.
Messi left foot.
Yeah, Messi. All right,
Messi.
let's move on. I mean, this is an obvious one. You know, Messi. We just leave it there. Shooting. Who we're going with?
I've gone for Alvaro Recoba. I don't know if everyone's watched him, but go on YouTube and type in Recoba, and you'll see shooting from any angle you want, free kicks, long shots, corners that have gone in. I think he's scored 7 corners. That's not chance. He's going for the shot. This guy could pick up the ball on the halfway line and easily it won't be like a floater into the middle of the goal. It will go top corner. This guy had an unbelievable shot.
Absolutely, absolutely. Recoba, yes, yes, and power. Mad with the pace and the power. Lombe, let's hear your nominee for this one.
Oh, Rakoba. Oh, I can't top that, man. Some of the things I've seen Rakoba done, I can't even top it. I was thinking who's a clinical shooter. I was thinking between Lampard or someone like that, but no, Rakoba as a player that as an individual for this exact section shooting, Rakoba scored some stupid goals, like stupid, honestly. And there's one that Buffon saved a ridiculous shot from Rakoba, but let's not go down that way. It was absolutely in the top corner, but Buffon somehow managed to get there. But yeah, Rakoba is a
Yeah,
fantastic
yeah.
shooter.
That's it. That's it. Absolutely. I agree with both of you. I mean, I was thinking about Adriano. I'm not gonna lie.
Same.
Yeah.
Same. Yep.
Adriano has to be in contention, and also the best number 9 Argentinian number 9 that I've ever seen, better than Aguero, better than Tevez. Give me the guy's name, guys.
Batistuta, yeah.
Gabriel Batistuta. That's it. The goal that he scored at Old Trafford, the best. Just unbelievable. So we have to give him a shout there because he was unbelievable. All right, now finishing. You have to have this finisher, this kind of finishing ability for you to be considered the perfect player in this list. So, I mean, I can only see one winner here, but I'll let you guys decide.
I know who I'm picking. Oh, Marco van Basten. I'm probably gonna go with him as a shooter.
You took it off me. I've gone with him as well. Finishing.
Sure.
He's got every kind of finish on either foot and in the air and overheads, volleys. He was mine as well, so I'm going with Van Basten.
Yeah, Van Basten. I agree with you guys. Absolutely, 100%. I mean, I couldn't think of anyone else. I mean, to be honest,
shout out to Alan Shearer. Shout out to Alan Shearer. There's an
Reball Van Basten.
Yes, I mean, you could say Lewandowski is there now. Lewandowski reminds me of Van Basten.
Yeah, but he hasn't got a left foot like Van Basten. Although he's probably one of the closest things we've probably seen to him. But
even on R9 could easily have gone in there as well. One-on-ones with the goalkeeper, especially R9. He could have gone in.
True. Cool.
All right, so we've gone with Van Basten. So far, just to recap, for pace, we've gone with Adama Traore, right foot of Baggio, left foot of Messi, the shooting ability of Recoba, the finishing technique of Van Basten. Now, passing.
That's such a dirty list already so far. But carry on.
All right, now passing. Who are you guys going with?
Oh,
the man we killed at the start of the show, Andrea Pirlo for me.
Yeah, 100%.
Andrea Pirlo, yeah. Not Xavi Hernandez.
Another really good one. There's a lot of good ones. Even Paul Scholes could come in there. Steven Gerrard.
It depends how you want to go with it. Because in terms of, if you want a 95% passing ratio, you go for Xavi, and he's gonna be. But then Pirlo will risk that percentage for a killer pass.
No, not only the 95%, but moving the ball really fast. Like, I mean, I have to. I love Pirlo, but it's for you guys to decide. If you guys both agree on Pirlo, we're gonna go with it. But my nominee is Xavi. It's up to you guys totally.
Between Xavi and Pirlo, this is literally down to preference. This one.
It is. Pick him out of a hat.
Ooh.
I just think Pirlo sometimes he doesn't even look, and he's flicking a ball 60 yards. Xavi will flick a ball 5 yards across. Pirlo will just ping it like unnecessarily almost. He's a bit
Yeah,
more extreme than Xavi. Xavi would rather keep it simple, conservative. All right, he's going
that's
forwards, but Pirlo goes for it.
that's exactly right. Javi's like death by 1,000 cuts. And then once one opening it presents itself, you might play the killer pass. But then Pirlo is like from you know what I'm saying? Pirlo is
I
like
absolutely agree with you. I do agree with you. But one thing I love about, I mean, I agree with you, both of you. We're going to go with Pirlo for this one. But for Xavi, I just have to mention this. Also, let's not forget Paul's scores here, guys. Like, let's not sleep on scores here. You know,
we haven't even uttered Iniesta. But carry on.
yeah, with his calls, he could switch a ball from left to right so easily. 30-yard passes, 50-yard passes, nothing, not a problem for him. So I would have gone with Scholes had he been maybe if we didn't have like Pirlo or Xavi, or maybe if he had done better, you know, at international stage. I could have seen, you know, Xavi Scholes in this conversation, but I also love what I've seen from Xavi in terms of him moving the ball, you know, really fast, you know, just, you know, one touch football, and then going for that killer pass, like you were saying. But yeah, we have to go with Pirlo. He could see exactly what was happening before he even gets the ball.
What about David Beckham?
Sorry?
David Beckham as well. He could easily be in this hat.
I mean, if we're gonna bring David Beckham into this, we have to bring Kevin De Bruyne also. Don't you reckon?
Oh, I think he's a brilliant passer, but not on these guys' level, in my opinion. And I'm talking by a decimal point. But it's like Pirlo, like I've never seen De Bruyne do this where it's like you pass it into Pirlo on the back foot and he's going around the corner from left back to right wing. Like this. One sweep of the paintbrush. I don't know. These guys are just extreme. Beckham as well is literally switching it from right back to left wing.
Yeah. No,
like dropping it on the foot. He's dropping it on your instep. You can run away from the ball. The ball's gonna follow you and then land on you. That's Beckham.
But then Kevin De Bruyne now, you know, I'm saying this as a United fan, but has, you know, overtaken David Beckham in terms of being the best crosser that the Premier League has ever had?
No. I disagree.
I'm with Bex.
Beckham is literally, I will put it on your noggin. I will put it on your forehead. Like, go to the far corner. I'm dropping it. It's not even like De Bruyne's got that driven sort of cross, but Beckham, it's like it's precision. Like it arcs right into your path. Beckham, I've seen him do some ridiculous passes. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
all right,
stupid passes.
Yeah. All right. Let's move on now. Pirlo. We've gone with Pirlo for passing. For vision. Let me hear your nominees for this one, guys.
Oh, if I'm gonna go Francesco Totti. Francesco Totti. I'm gonna give it to him.
Okay, Totti. Lombe says. What about you, Moose?
Imagine I've also written Totti. I mean,
I can't disagree with that.
You can watch hour-long videos of Totti just with playmaking, with vision. He puts balls into the perfect areas from out of nowhere. No one's even seen what's going on, and he's put a ball in so easily. No, I'm going with Totti.
I agree with you, definitely, but I have to also mention the name of Kevin De Bruyne again. Yeah, because De Bruyne has an incredible vision in terms of, you know, he could find. Have you seen the pass that he made to Jesus one time against Stoke City? If you guys remember it.
Is it one way? Describe it.
The header. So he found him just perfect. I mean, maybe there's like so many examples of him finding the same cross, the same style, a different City players, like whether it's Jesus, Sterling, or Bernardo Silva. It doesn't matter who he is. So, I mean, it's not the same level as Totti in terms of technical abilities and elegance and all of that. But I just had to mention his name because his vision is incredible. De Bruyne is something that is just unbelievable to watch at the moment.
If you wanna a special shout out as well, with that said, Mesut Ozil, in terms of pure vision, seeing a pass that nobody saw, I've got to give it to him. At his best, in his prime, Mesut Ozil was literally visionary. He could,
I'll add
Yes, please.
Ronaldinho to the hat as well. Ronaldinho found the most incredible balls he would play through. No one's seen what's going on, and he's already seen 3 pictures in advance, so he's definitely got to be up there.
And then he's looking away when he plays the pass as well.
Exactly.
That is like no vision pass.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
maybe we need to make a category for no vision passing. All right,
Ronaldinho's in that category on his own.
he's winning that, and then Coutinho will try and mimic it somehow, or Firmino or Robert Firmino.
Yeah,
Firmino
exactly.
has gone from no look pass to no goals, bruv. It's crazy.
No look goals, innit? No goals.
No look goals. That's the one.
No looking at the goals, like.
Yeah. Oh man. All right. Let's move on now to the next one. We have ball control. I mean, guys, ball control. You can only mention one name for this one. I'm not having it. One name and that's it.
Bergkamp.
What? Bergkamp.
I'm going with Bergkamp.
Zidane.
I'm Bergkamp.
Zidane.
Moose, you need to get out of here, man.
Sorry, boys. Maybe I'm too loyal to Arsenal, but
you have to go with Zidane for this one. Zidane.
First, all right. You can have Zidane. You can have Zidane. Fair. But don't disrespect Bergkamp first time. Did you see the goal against Newcastle, against Leicester? He's
against Argentina.
He can pluck a ball. Pluck it like he's using his hands.
Yeah. I mean, Zidane, bruv, he could control with his chest. He can control with right foot.
True.
He can control with his left foot.
True.
He can even control with his head. His bald head, bruv. The guy was unbelievable.
Thigh.
Oh, man.
Thigh.
So many different
Long
types
distance
of
pass.
control. Sorry?
I loved it when he used to do that for Real Madrid. Someone would, I don't know, Soldado or something will switch it to him. Awkward ball, and they'll just take it with his thigh in one, like no hands, just thigh down, smooth, all like in one movement. Oh, Zidane. Oh, players like this.
I rate Zidane so high that in terms of technical abilities, not just overall football ability, just technical abilities, the only person that I rate higher than him is Maradona. I don't know if you guys agree with me, but it's only Maradona. And then after that is Zidane, and then Johan Cruyff, and then maybe Baggio.
Totti is also another honourable mention.
All of them are in the hat.
Well.
Messi as well.
And Messi, let's not forget Messi for technical abilities. Yeah.
Zidane, though, you actually caught me there. Definitely, from what you said,
Berbatov.
the way I think
literally, if you want to talk pure control, Berbatov has done some dirt in that department.
He deserves suspension mention.
Yeah, he does. But I think Zidane, with his chest, with his head, as you said, he can control it however he wants. It's not just the feet. Bergkamp is more the feet.
Absolutely.
And so is Berbatov. Yeah, carry on. Yeah, that's true.
That's it. All right. So now, in terms of dribbling, that's the next category that we have. Dribbling. It's an easy one here, guys. Yes.
Maradona.
Maradona, Messi, Ronaldo, and Ronaldinho immediately come to mind. Oh. How can I not pick Maradona for dribbling? Did you say Messi, Moose?
I'm Maradona all the way. R9 is the closest to Maradona, but I'm going Maradona.
I have to agree, man, because Maradona, bruv, and you have to also remember this, yeah. he did it at a time where people were getting destroyed. Legs were being done here. Injuries forever, man. You're gone. Yeah. No protection from referees, you know?
Also, the pitch. I think Lineker said when he scored that goal against England, he said the pitches were like cabbage fields. They were so bad, and he's just dribbling the whole team. Nah, he's got to win this.
Yeah, Maradona, man. Like,
100%. Yeah.
We have to go with that one. I mean, if we don't, I don't think we'll ever see Moose ever again.
I'll be off the pod forever. Yeah.
All right, Maradona. Yeah. All right. So in terms of defending, this is another easy one. Yes.
Or just off the board defending, yeah. Oh, Maldini or Baresi or Nesta. Your Italians. It's all the Italians all in the pot. Maldini, Baresi or Nesta. Or even Cannavaro you could throw in there. I've got to say Maldini. In his prime, like prime Maldini as a but then Baresi, if Baresi is having his day, he's just not having it in it. You're just not. He's metal. No, I saw Maldini literally stop Ronaldo R9. So I'm gonna give it to Maldini personally.
That. I mean, I have no problem with that. What about you, Moose?
Yeah, I think the debate Lombe was just having with himself is definitely the one that was going on in my head. I have to also throw a couple other warriors in there. Lilian Thuram for France. With the physical side as well, very good balance Thuram. He was an absolute tank in there. But in terms of just the greatest defender, it's Baresi for me. He's Maldini's trainer. Maldini was like an apprentice to Baresi, so I have to give Baresi the respect. He's the ultimate centre back. If you're talking about can play anywhere along the back, then yeah, Maldini. But if we're talking about the centre back, the defender, Baresi.
Okay. Well, what are we going with here at Lombe?
I'd give Moose that in terms of Baresi's side. He's the tutor. He's the one putting the nappies on Maldini, but then Maldini is also you know what I mean? Maldini is also comfortable in wide areas.
Yeah.
Like you're going one-on-one against wingers and whatnot, and like you have to be quick and you have to be like Maldini in his prime. Like when he was primed, he could run and he could do all that. Maldini as a defender for about 2, maybe 3, 4 years. It was literally the spirit of Baresi with legs and versatility. But I give Baresi.
I think this is just an easy one. So physical. So defending with going with Baresi, physical here, guys. Who are we going with?
Maldini's taller, maybe a little bit fitter, stronger. I really don't know with this one. I think one of you is going to have to make a decision.
No, and not physical in terms of defending, like just physical.
Pure
maybe
physicality.
Be an attacker.
Oh, so this is the next category.
Oh, the next category,
it's a new category, yeah.
Ooh, now you look at Koulibaly, Yaya Toure,
Vieira,
Van Dijk, Ruud Gullit.
Vieira, surely.
Vieira. Man mountains of, my days. If Holland wants to continue as well, he could be one. But no, it's too early.
Can I just mention a name here? Adriano.
That's one. He was physically.
He tore Maldini to shreds a few times with his strength and pace. We're just saying about the best defender. If ever I've seen someone really cause Maldini a lot of problems, Adriano is one of them.
Yeah. So shall we go with that one because we're running a bit out of time here.
What I'm gonna say? I'm gonna throw a curveball in here.
All right.
and say what I've always said. Moose, you're gonna hate this. The most complete attacking specimen of all time for me is Cristiano Ronaldo. And maybe the most complete player I've ever seen in terms of being able to do a bit of everything, mentality aside, it's probably Pogba. So I don't know how to answer that. Pogba can do everything in the game. It's just if he had the leadership, it will be out.
Yeah. My
But in terms of physicality,
you're testing me here. You're testing me. I think you want me to get start a rant here. It's gonna take me a whole hour to rant about Pogba here. So let's not even go there. But yeah, I mean, I can't disagree with Cristiano Ronaldo. There, he's just in terms
Not
of
for physical though. Not for physical. No, Adriano over Ronaldo for physical. This guy was shrugging people off. Ronaldo's down after a touch.
Yeah, but then
that one.
I knew you was gonna hate it. See, I told you I was gonna hate it. But I'm just like Ronaldo in his prime minute when he was like a winger and he could take the ball from deep and run. He could header. If he really wanted to, he could stay on his feet. He could outspeed you. He could.
But also, Phantom, you have to also remember here, it's not just about it's not like your physical, the way you are physical. It's something to do with the strength of your physique. Do you see what I mean? Like where I'm coming from with this one. So I might have to go with Moose with this one in terms of we might have to give it with someone like Lukaku who could shrug off a defender and then just beat them. Ronaldo was, a bit more pacey.
What about Akinfenwa?
Sorry?
Akinfenwa.
Yeah, that's a nice.
If it's about strength, then yeah.
All right, so
Yaya Toure is a shout. I'm not gonna lie, he's a shout in his prime. Yaya Toure could go through any crowd scene with power and pace and force. But
yeah. Now I have to go with Adriano for this one. You guys remember in PS3 when he was 99 power.
Yeah, 99 power, 99 shot power as well. Oh,
yeah,
I love it.
All right, we've got a new category now, and that is for penalties. Who's the best penalty taker there is?
Matt Letizia.
Yeah,
I'm going Matt Letizia straight up.
Oh, he was really good. I think he missed one in his whole career.
Yeah,
Can't really beat that.
Definitely, Matt Letizia. I mean, I was thinking about Cristiano Ronaldo here because he took so many penalties in the last minute when it really matters, and he really has come through. Matt Letizia, I don't think he's ever taken a penalty in a really crucial stage like European, international, space. But at the end of the day, it's in the Premier League. It's a high level for you to be scoring all these penalties and missing only one penalty throughout your whole career. It says a lot about your mentality.
Ronaldo has missed as well, though. He's missed in the Champions League final, Champions League semi-final shootouts. He's missed a few crucial ones, but yeah, he scored a lot of penalties.
Yeah,
and I've got to say,
yeah.
Sorry, I've got to say, I've seen so many players talk about the ones that have played with Alan Shearer. I've heard so many of them comment on his penalties, like, but this guy was putting the penalties in the top corner. Like backlift all the way into the top corner. No messing around.
Unbelievable shot taker, yeah.
Bruno's not bad either. Rarely misses. Very good penalty taker.
Yeah.
Let's not jinx him, mate. let's just keep it quiet here. All right. But that's a good shout. The next category that we have is in the free kicks. There's only one winner here, guys, isn't it?
Mr. Pernambucano, Juninho, for me, straight up.
That's it. I was thinking about Sinisa Mihajlovic, Moose.
Yeah, they're the top two for me. You just named them both. I think Juninho holds the record for the most free kick goals, if I'm not wrong. So I'll give it to Janino, but Mihailovic also had a wand on him.
Yeah.
Even Morton Gamps Pedersen could really smack a ball from far as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sinisa scored three free kicks in one match.
Yeah, hat trick of free kicks. No,
He was
for me,
special.
But for me, Janino, any angle, the same technique. Inside left, outside right, center, 40 yards away, same run up, same knuckleball, same technique. Like that is
He brought technique to the world with that knuckleball. Everyone's trying to do it. If you go to the park and you're taking shots, you always try one. So he really mastered an art there.
Even Pirlo almost perfected that technique. That actually, I've got a similar technique, but Pirlo's more strokes it. But Janino is he's unique. Even corners as well, same technique.
Janino, we have to go with Janino for this one. I mean, I have to say, Sinisa Mihailovic comes very close. Obviously, David Beckham also, he has to come close to this one. Unbelievable free kick take. It doesn't matter, wherever it is from. Also, man, if we could give one free kick as like the best free kick ever, probably Roberto Carlos would take it. Dybala against Atletico Madrid, the game where Rihanna was watching, that could also take it. Ronaldo's free kick against Portsmouth, that was ridiculous.
Çalhanoğlu against Dortmund, that's the most dirtiest free kick I've ever seen in my whole life.
That's my favorite. Yeah,
that is literally, in terms of pure dirt, knackable from 40. Imagine, I don't know, you're Man United fan, Abdi. Yeah? Imagine Pogba. There's a free kick 40 yards and you're seeing him take a run up like, wait, is he going for a shot? Just imagine that moment. Like, what's he doing? Like, are you serious?
The thing that gets me is that they were so confident, Dortmund. There was no wall. He just ran up and blasted it in. Like, unbelievable.
Exactly.
That is true, man. And do you remember Jurgen Klopp's face? Do you remember him? He couldn't believe it.
Yeah, he was gone, mate. Exactly. The game was over as well. Like, Çalhanoğlu, why? Imagine a guy going for a run-up, 40 yards, free kick. You're thinking, just lay it off to someone or something. Like, don't... And he absolutely... That was the dirtiest technique I've ever seen in my life. Definitely. In terms of but then Roberto Carlos as well. Gotta give it back.
So for free kicks, we're going with Janino. Now, this is the last category, so it's really important. Heading. Who is the best header in the game?
That's a tough one because this one could be defenders or strikers. Okay, I'm gonna go. Drogba's one of the best headers of the ball. The Salas brothers from Chile were bloody fantastic at heading. Mandzukic was an underrated guy for headering and getting this. He'll get stuck in. He'll be flying into that back post off the ground, his whole body. Who else is there? For a header. Oh, Tim Cahill. For a guy his height. Oh, but no, you can't be the best of all time.
That's a good shot. That's a good shot, Tim Cahill, yeah.
I'll give it to the Salas. I'll give it to the Salas brothers.
All right, what about you, Moose?
Sergio Ramos, 100%. Last minute, he's there, heading that home. He's done it in the big occasions. And as you said, Lombe, if it's a defender, someone who has to defend and attack, I'm going with Ramos. Ronaldo for attacking on his own, maybe. But Ramos is so last minute. How does he get all these header goals in the last minute? It's like fate with Ramos's headers.
What would you say about Crouch's heading?
Yeah. I mean, for someone of that height, I expect him to be scoring them.
I also thought of Jan Koller.
Young Collar,
Dortmund.
yeah.
He was aerial.
Massive.
He was massive. Yeah.
You know what? Yeah, I have to give it to Cristiano Ronaldo here. I'm sorry, I can't give it to Ramos.
Oh!
Yeah, I mentioned Ronaldo as well, but I think if we're saying defensive headers as well as attacking, that's why I'm pushing for Sergio Ramos.
All right.
That's why
Yeah,
I put Drogba. That's
it's up
why
to
I
you
put
guys.
Drogba in there as well. I put Drogba in there.
No, I mean you're right, Moose. You've included the defending part in there, but I'm looking at this list. Yeah, I don't see Cristiano Ronaldo's name here. This is gonna be. I mean, the Ronaldo fan base is gonna come at us for this one.
Good.
But I've got to just to shout that out. Like Drogba, yeah, maybe I'm traumatized from the Arsenal games, but I used to see this guy. Trust me, like the guy headering, he was strong, and then defending as well near post. People don't speak about that part of his game. He was like first man near post in the corner, and then when he gets his head onto it, like it's out, like towards the halfway line. He's got a really powerful header, and he'll win his battles like Drogba. He's probably the most complete target man I've seen in terms of a centre forward. But yeah, in terms of if you're talking an attacker, yeah, I've got to give it to Cristiano Ronaldo. Aerially is very, very threatening, dangerous, underrated almost.
Yeah. So
I think this one could be a tie. I think they're the two, Ronaldo and Sergio Ramos. It's close.
You know what is making me, all right, you know what, we're fans here. We love football. So let's go with the attacker here. You know, let's give the attacker the benefit of the doubt, because you see Ronaldo, how high he jumps. Have you ever seen anyone jumping that high to win a header? Crazy.
Yeah, that header that he scored against, was it Sampdoria or something last season?
Yeah.
No, just when he scored against United, bro. You see the one where he flew, on top of
Evra.
Yeah.
Poor Evra, man. Yeah, that was unfair. But even
and he scored a similar one. He scored a similar one against Barcelona in the Copa del Rey final.
Even the lovely header that in 2008 final, Champions League final against Chelsea. West Brom cross.
Even a better one. I'll give you a better one that he scored for United. Huh?
Roma.
Yes. You know, when it's close, he's actually crossing the ball. Ronaldo is not even in the picture. He's not even in the picture of the camera, yeah? And then he's flying high and he's scoring. Man, come on. Oh, man.
Yeah, I gotta give it. Yeah, Ronaldo he's up there. That's for damn sure.
He's just flying high, But yeah, what is the best header that you guys have seen in a game? Just individually.
Van Persie's in the World Cup was up there. As a header, I would say, let me say.
You keep thinking about it, Moose. What's your best header that you've seen?
Well, Van Persie's up there, definitely. That was a magical one. I've seen Maradona score a lob header from really far out, like outside the box. The goalie's come and he's headed it, looped it over him into the goal. But I'm giving this to Koulibaly against Juventus. He come like a Rolls Royce flying into that ball. And that was one of my favourite moments as well. So I'm giving it to Cooley for that.
My personal favourite ever header, Roy Keane flying against Juventus to bring us back into the game. And then we go into the final of the Champions League. Roy Keane, my favourite ever header, man. I can't... Yeah, obviously Van Persie's one was like the one where he's flying. Can you believe some people are actually saying that Van Persie's header was overrated? Can you actually believe that?
No ways. Nah, that was class from Van Persie. Class, instinctual. He knew what he was doing, and it's the fact that he waited until the ball dropped in his head. He kind of headed it with his jump. That's bloody brilliant. And if you guys have both got favorite moments of headers, the Campbell header against Barcelona in the Champions League final should have been my favorite header, but unfortunately, we are still
Haunted
suffering
memories.
the consequences. In it, literally, still suffering the consequences. Here we are, 12 years down the line with Granit Xhaka in our midfield and David Luiz. But anyway.
Okay, so there you go. Now you've got a list, of all the categories that you need to be the perfect football player. So just to recap, you need the pace of Adama Traore, the right foot of Baggio, the left foot of Messi, the shooting abilities of Recoba, the finishing quality of Van Basten, the passing ability of Pirlo, the vision of Totti, the ball controlling of Zidane, the dribbling of Maradona, the defending of Baresi, the physical quality of Adriano, the penalties of Matt Letizia, free kicks from any angle like Juninho, and the heading abilities of Cristiano Ronaldo. And that is what will make you the best player there is. And that is what we're going to conclude with this show. And I have to say, guys, I've thoroughly enjoyed it. And, now you can see our faces. We're going to be on YouTube regularly. We're going to be uploading a lot more on YouTube. So make sure that you subscribe, that you like, and share it with your friends. And if you want to listen to the audio side of it, you don't want to see our faces, then that's absolutely fine. You can download the episode from any podcast platforms. We're on Spotify, we're on Anchor. And I've thoroughly enjoyed this podcast with you guys.
Yeah, absolutely. Same here. It's been fun talking about the top fours of each country and the perfect players. And genuinely, it's enjoyable.
It was a great pod. It was a great episode, guys.
Absolutely.
Yes, so you know what? I'll see you next time, and take care. Make sure that you share, subscribe, and I can't wait until we do the next episode. It's gonna be out on Thursday. So until then, take care and enjoy your evening.
Cheers, guys.